Is the reduced number of people allowed to enter Venice each day going to sink their economy? What are DTCs and NDCs, and what are they doing to the travel consumer? Are you overwhelmed by all the travel choices? You are not alone in this feeling. Take a ride in a balloon to space. I dare you. Air carriers beware. A warning has been issued. It's my destiny, but will it be yours? Stay tuned to find out more about these stories, bringing you the top travel headlines from around the world now. But first, welcome to BT Travel News. I'm Kathleen, and this is your World Travel Information Channel, giving you the information to help you make informed decisions so your adventures are the safest and best they can be. We also share insights into new and innovative ways to travel around the world. Now, on to the first headline. As of August 1st, 2024, Venice has launched new regulation which limits tourist groups to no more than 25 people per group. This is the latest in a series of efforts from the Venice city leaders to address over-tourism. The measure also restricts tour guides from using loudspeakers. The rules apply to both Venice city center and the outlying islands of Murano, Burano, and Dorcello. Locals and visitors alike are pleased by the initial actions. Sebastian Fagarazzi, co-founder of the Venezia Authentica, or Authentic Venice, tourist enterprise, told Euractiv that, quote, measures are still needed in the city to address the tourism issues, but it's not going to be enough. Tourism in Venice has pushed out 72% of the inhabitants in the last 70 years, so 28% remain only today, unquote. As part of that system, which ran from April 25th through July 14th of this year, visitors were required to pay €5 to enter the city. That amounts to about 4.45 US dollars. The system is expected to be used again in the future and may include increased entry fees. Headline 2. Feeling overwhelmed by all the choices of travel out there? How many hours did you spend planning, researching, and trying to get the best deal on your last trip? I bet it was more than 8 hours. You're not alone in this. Travelport says 58% of people feel overwhelmed by the number of choices for their travel. You can probably point the finger to the things called DTCs and the NDC movements that have been strongly pushed into the realm of travel and online travel agents or the search engines that you use to book your travel, such as hotels.com. If you want the quickest and easiest answer to make this process easier, it is this: hire a travel advisor. I have a recommendation in the links below. However, if you want to know why planning your own travel has become so cumbersome, stay tuned. Let's define what a DTC and NDC are and what they do. A DTC means direct to consumer. This is an end-to-end customer journey, can collect that data, refine their products, and offer a driven revenue and packages. An NDC is defined as a new distribution capability and specifically focuses on the airlines. And it has a data exchange format based on offer and order. And this is a process for the airlines to create and distribute relevant offers to their customers. According to Travelport, it estimates that the airline industry has gone from offering 500 products in 2010 to 10,000 products in 2024. And according to their research, travelers are visiting up to 277 web pages before booking a trip, compared to just 38 in 2013. So while the NDC makes promises in their way of personalizing your travel options, Travelport's research is showing that consumers feel it is simply giving airlines more ways to control the outcome. Overall, this is the takeaway. People like to have options. People like to compare shop and feel like they got the best deal, right? So, is DTC, or direct to consumers, really what people want? Too many choices is never a good thing. Having to compare shop with 15 tabs open on your computer, flicking back and forth, is not how people want to spend their time. Cut out the pain. Use a travel advisor. You know you will get the best trip for the money you want to spend. That travel advisor will nix through the drama of OTAs and DTCs and make sure that although it may not be the cheapest trip out there, you will get the most for your money, the best upgrades, the best incentives, and the best customer service. Otherwise, on to headline 3. Space Perspective, the world's first carbon neutral spaceflight experience company, Marine Spaceport Voyager, and Spaceship Neptune have come together in Florida to start trial runs of uncrewed flights to space. Voyager is the mission control center as well as the launch and recovery vessel. Ms. Voyager's adaptabilities as a mobile marine spaceport explores unique opportunities to witness Earth's landscape from space. Global mobility allows for flexible scheduling, more frequent launches, and visits to diverse locations. There will be more to come on this story. On to headline 4. United States Transportation Security Pete Buttigieg issued a letter to the chief executive officers of the nation's 10 largest airlines to reinforce the need to provide customers with cash refunds when appropriate and outlined that refund requirements in the FAA Reauthorization Act took effect on May 16, 2024. These are the expectations of the FAA Reauthorization Act to clearly and proactively inform passengers of their right to a refund whenever their flight is canceled or significantly changed. Cash refunds must be automatic for passengers when they are owed, not vouchers or credits. In addition, carriers should make it easy for passengers to get rebooking, meals, hotels, and/or transportation to and from hotels as promised during controllable disruptions. If passengers opt for vouchers or credits after a canceled or significantly changed flight, they must be valid for at least 5 years. Although a request had been made by the airline industry, they were denied additional time to comply with various aspects of the FAA Reauthorization Act. In part, Buttigieg's letter read, quote, "The operational challenges of this month have served as a reminder of the importance of passenger protections, which now include a legal requirement to clearly and proactively inform their customers about their rights," unquote. Headline 5. Where is the oldest hotel in the world? Certified by Guinness Book of Records, Nishiyama Onsen Keiyunkan, located in Japan, is the oldest. Operated by the same family for over 1,300 years, that's 52 generations. Opening in 705 AD, this establishment has operated as an onsen where people came to visit hot springs cure, catering to samurai and shogun in the early years. Even after modernizing and expanding over the 1,000 years, the establishment has kept in tune with the historic calm feelings and natural surroundings. Feeling a little out of sorts and need to center yourself? Head out of town and over to Nishiyama Onsen Keiyunkan in the Hayakawa-cho, the least populated town in Japan, which is a mountain town surrounded by the Southern Alps in the northern and western parts, the Kushigata mountain range in the eastern part, and the Minobi Mountains in the southern part. Adding to the reason to visit would be the awe-inspiring Mount Fuji. Although not directly visible from the property, it's just a day trip away, as is those famous Japanese monkeys, who can be seen year-round when you visit the Jigokudani Mountain Monkey Park. Here's just a quick little headline for you. How do you get from Boston to New York City? Well, if it was via the seaplane Tailwind Air, you will need to find another way. Although there was a 10% traffic increase this year, Tailwind Air has closed its doors, no longer servicing the route, which took over 5 years to procure all the necessary approvals. Tailwind Air has recently struggled financially, ultimately leading to its closure. However, headline 6, the Radisson Hotel Group announces the first Radisson residences in Cairo. The opening of Radisson Residence Cairo Heliopolis, offering family-friendly amenities such as the sky pool. This hotel features 163 tastefully designed apartments, including 1, 2, and 3-bedroom options, each including a fully furnished kitchenette and a separate living area. Cairo offers an endless exploration of history, culture, and gastronomy, making it a fascinating destination for travelers from around the globe. Quote, this exciting opening expands Radisson Hotel Group's presence in Egypt to 12 hotels in operation and under development. Our first Radisson residences in the country, marking a significant milestone in our expansion efforts in the region, unquote, said Tim Corden, COO, MEA and SEAP at the Radisson Hotel Group. Headline 7. Each Disney cruise ship is adorned with a beloved character, welcoming those who are lucky enough to come aboard. On the Destiny, Disney has revealed that Spider-Man and his Spider-Bats will cling to the stern of Disney Destiny, making the first time a Marvel character has been featured on a Disney Cruise Line ship, playing along with the heroes and villains theme. Setting sail in November of 2025, she will offer 4- and 5-night cruises to the Bahamas and Western Caribbean. This 4,000 capacity guest cruise ship will entertain guests as they embark into the Grand Hall, which will feature iconography and colors from the Black Panther films and a light fixture inspired by vibranium. Keeping with the Black Panther theme, a statue of T'Challa, the Black Panther, King of Wakanda, will keep a steady eye on all those who enter. Doctor Strange will also make an appearance in the Sanctum, a centrally located lounge inspired by Doctor Strange, featuring cocktails and coffee. Another unique feature you will find on DCL's Destiny is a one-of-a-kind penthouse tower suite with a sleek industrial design inspired by Iron Man. The suite will be located in the ship's forward funnel and will have nearly 2,000 square feet of living space. Up to 8 guests can sleep comfortably, as well as enjoy perks like the private ensuite elevator and a full kitchen, which is, of course, on the concierge level. And speaking of the concierge level, the all-new concierge suite area will feature the Avengers, complete with private sun deck and a level of service one comes to expect with the DCL concierge level of suites. As on the Disney Wish, guests will see the inspiring worlds of Marvel, the dining experience starring Rocket and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. And of course, one can't forget about the kids on board. According to DCL, the Oceaneer Club for kids ages 3 to 10 will feature the Marvel Superhero Academy and feature a high-tech Avengers headquarters where young recruits are trained to be the next generation of superheroes alongside some of their favorite Avengers. Bookings are going to open on September 12th to the general public, so put that date in your calendar. Now, a gastronomic adventure to end our broadcast for today. For a subterranean stew and a volcanic tea, head to the island of Sao Miguel, the largest and most populated island in Portugal's Azores archipelago, home to an amazing array of fruit, vegetables, and tea plants. The island has taken its geothermal power, mineral-rich hot springs, and bubbling calderas, and harnessed these natural resources for bathing, for drinking, and most ingeniously for cooking. In the 1800s, a blight destroyed the island's main crop, oranges. Since then, the locals have used greenhouses to create a new main crop for exportation, the pineapple. You can visit one of the island's plantations to try out the pineapple delights of the season, and then head to the Ghanaian tea plantation. open since 1883, and the oldest still operating tea plantation in Europe. And although the tea export was in its height between 1800s and into the 1950s, hardships from the aftermath of World War II decimated that tea industry. However, today, two producers remain: the Porto Formoso Tea Factory and the Ganoriana, still worth the trip. Your taste buds will thank you. 15 minutes from Ganoriana, you will come upon Furnas. The aroma in the air will let you know you're in the right place. It comes from the area's fumaroles, or holes in the ground that emit hot gases and vapors. You'll stop at Chalet da Tia Mercedes, sitting on a hill overlooking the fumaroles and River Amarelea, which what used to be bathhouses now houses a business offering educational experiences on the Azores and tastings of local tea, honey, wine, and geothermically cooked delicacies. Be sure to book a tea tasting. When servers mix Azorean green tea leaves with Furnas hot springs water, something magical happens. Reservations are required, and I strongly suggest you make them at least 3 months in advance, especially during the summer season, June, July, and August. I have included a link below. Do not miss the Crater Lake Lagoa das Furnas. The best time to visit is the early afternoon, when the island's most distinct culinary treasure is uncovered. Cozida das Furnas, or hot spring stew. There are so many tours, culinary delights, and at the end of the day, who could pass up the opportunity to take happy hour at Solar Branco? This hotel just happens to house the largest gin library in Europe. Insider tip here: this gin library also works as a community progress, with bottles being contributed by visitors like you. Think of this as an even trade system. You leave your bottle of gin and can exchange it for one of the treasures in the collection. Well, that's it this time. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell to stay in the loop of what's happening in the world of travel. Ta-ta for now. Wishing you safe travels and great adventures ahead.